एवरीवन, नमस्कार। मैं अभिनव आप सबको कोडमी आईएएस एकेडमी पे स्वागत करता हूं। दोस्तों, आज के वीडियो में हम यूपीएससी सी सेट के जो पेपर सेकंड हुआ था उसको डिटेल में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। तो उसमें स्पेसिफिकली जो मैथ के क्वेश्चंस आए हुए थे, तो टोटल अगर देखें तो 14 क्वेश्चन के आसपास में रीजनिंग के क्वेश्चन आए होंगे। ठीक है, इसमें रीजनिंग के 14 के क्वेश्चन के आसपास में आए हुए थे और 38-39 के आसपास मैथ के क्वेश्चन आए हुए थे, है ना। मैथ के क्वेश्चन, तो इसमें विशेष करके हम मैथ वाले जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं उनको डिस्कस करेंगे। ठीक है, तो चलिए, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आपके सामने है। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, अ नंबर इज मिस्टेकनली डिवाइडेड बाय 4 इंस्टेड ऑफ मल्टीप्लाइंग 4, व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज चेंज इन द रिजल्ट ड्यू टू दिस मिस्टेक। अब इसमें हम क्या करेंगे, कैसे स्टार्ट करेंगे। इसमें बेसिकली जो नंबर है हमें यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे डिवाइड कर रहे हैं। तो हम जो नंबर है उसको इधर 4 ले लें या 4 का कोई मल्टीपल ले लें। अगेन यहाँ पे कैलकुलेशन का पार्ट है, तो हमें बेटर होगा कि नंबर को जितना छोटा लेंगे हमारा कैलकुलेशन उतना ही आसान होगा। तो हम नंबर को 4 ही मान लेते हैं कि हमारा नंबर क्या है, 4 है। अब नंबर को हमें क्या करना था, मल्टीप्लाई करना था। तो अगर हम नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई करते तो हमारा रिजल्ट क्या आता, 16 आता। बट हमने क्या किया, नंबर को डिवाइड कर दिया 4 से, तो हमारा रिजल्ट क्या आएगा, 1 आएगा। अब इनिशियली नंबर 16 रिजल्ट आने वाला था, बट अभी 1 आ रहा है। ठीक है, तो कितना कम आ रहा है, कितना लेस आ रहा है, तो आप देखोगे तो 15 लेस आ रहा है। तो यही जो है परसेंटेज चेंज होगा। अब यहाँ पे कितना परसेंट होगा, तो 15 डिवाइडेड बाई कहाँ से लेस हो रहा है, 16 से। 15 डिवाइडेड बाई 16 इंटू 100। ठीक है, नाउ इसको आप सिंप्लीफाई करोगे, या तो आप इसको इस तरीके से सिंप्लीफाई करोगे तो आपका रिजल्ट आएगा 93.75%। ठीक है, या आप देखो 15/16 है, 15/16 है। आपको पता है कि जब परसेंटेज को हम रेशियो में चेंज करते हैं तो 100 से डिवाइड करते हैं, और जब रेशियो को हम परसेंटेज में चेंज करते हैं तो 100 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं, राइट। तो यहाँ पे 15/16 क्या था, एक रेशियो था जिसको परसेंटेज में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हमें क्या किए, 100 से मल्टीप्लाई यहाँ पे किए। तो नाउ 15/16 है, तो इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हो कि 1 माइनस 1/16, 1 माइनस 1/16। और 1 मिस क्या होता है, 1 मिस क्या होता है आपका 100% होता है, और माइनस 1/16 मिस 6.25%। तो इसमें से सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे तो आपका रिजल्ट अगेन आ जाएगा 93.75%। तो कितना परसेंटेज चेंज होगा, 93.75% होगा। तो आपका आंसर क्या होगा, ऑप्शन डी विल बी द राइट आंसर। Now, second question, a certain number of men can complete a piece of work in 6k days, where k is a natural number. By what percent should the number of men be increased so that the work can be completed in 5k days? Now, what is given here? Time is given in both the condition. Time is given. Okay. Okay. So what is the ratio of time here? Ratio of time. In first case, and this is second case. In first case, the time is 6k, okay, and second case time is 5k. So what is the ratio? 6:5. If ratio of time is 6:5, then what will be the ratio of men? So ratio of men will be just opposite to time given. So 5:6 हो जाएगा. Now initially the number of men required was 5 unit, but now it is required by 6 unit. So how much increment is there? 1 unit. Okay, so 1 unit increment is there, and from where? 5. So 1/5. And 1/5 means, 1/5 means 20%. If you convert 1/5 into percentage, so you have to multiply this ratio by 100, then you will get 20%. So your result is 20%. So option C will be the right answer. Okay. Now next question, what is the rightmost digit preceding zeros in the value of 30 to the power 30? Now 30 to the power 30, okay, 30 to the power 30, तो इसको हम क्या कर सकते हैं, 3 into 10 to the power 30 लिख सकते हैं. Now as you know, a into b to the power 2 means a to the power 2 into b to the power 2. In the same way, 3 to the power 30 into 10 to the power 30. Now if you expand this number, you will get 0. Okay, but we have to find out a number rightmost digit after preceding 0. Okay, so here 3 to the power 30 is there. So in case of 3, what will be the unit digit of this 3 to the power 30? So in case of 3, what you have to do, you have to check divisibility rule of 4, cyclicity of 3. Okay, cyclicity of 3. So what is to get cyclicity of 3, you have to divide this number by 4. So if you divide this number 30 by 4, you will get 2 remainders. So that 2 will again become power over 3. So result will be 9. So unit digit will be 9. So the rightmost digit preceding zeros in this value will be 9. So your correct answer is D. Okay. Now the next question. Let x be a 2-digit number and y be another 2-digit number found by interchanging the digit of x. Okay, if x plus y is the greatest 2-digit number, then what is the number of possible values of x? So suppose, what is 2-digit greatest number? So 2-digit greatest number is 99. Okay, so here what is given, value of x plus y is equal to 99. Okay, 99. If you do factor here, 11 into 9. Okay, 11 into 9 means whatever number will be there, sum of digit must be divisible by 9. Okay, so first number can be 18 and second 81. Okay, then first number, value of x is a 2-digit number. The first number, smallest number, can be 118, and if you interchange the digit, you will get 81, and if you add this, you will get 99. Right? What should be second number? 2 7 7 2. Okay, what should be third number? 3 6 6 3. What should be fourth number? 4 5 and 5 4. So what is the number of possible values of x? So possible values of x is 18 27 36 45 81. Any of these number can be possible. Okay, so total number of possible values of x is 8. So your answer is 8. Right? Now next question, x, y and z can complete a piece of work individually in 6 hours, 8 hours and 8 hours respectively. However, only one person at a time can work in each hour. Nobody can work for 2 consecutive hours. All are engaged to finish the work. What is the minimum amount of time that they will take to finish the work? So here x does the work in 6 hours and y does the work in 8 hours, and z also does the work in 8 hours. So what is total work here? Total work will be 24 if you take LCM of 6 8. So what is efficiency? What is their efficiency? 6 4 ja 24, 8 3 ja 24, 8 3 24. So they are working each hour. Okay, so first hour, suppose X will be on work, so he will be doing 4 unit of work. In second hours, Y will be working, and in third hours, look here, uh, minimum amount of time we have to find out. So instead of implying Z, we have to imply X. Okay, so in third hours, X will be on work, and in next hour, in fourth hour, Y will be on work. Okay, so in the same way, pattern will follow. So if you see here, if in every 2 hours, 7 unit of work is being done, 7 unit of work in 2 hours, a total work that is to be done is 24 unit. So in 4 hours, 14 unit of work in 4 hours. So in 4 hours, 14 unit of work will be done. Okay, in 4 hours, 14 unit of work will be done, and in 6 hours 21 unit of work will be done. Okay, now after this, how much work is remaining? 3 unit work is remaining, and who will work? X will be on work, so he will be completing 3 unit of work. So how much time he will take? He will take 3 by 4 unit of time, 3 by 4 hours, because time is equal to work divided by efficiency. So how much work is to be done? 3 unit. And what is the efficiency of X? Efficiency of X is 4. So time will be 3 by 4 hours. Okay, so now the work is completed. Total work completed is 24 unit. Now taken is time taken is 6 plus 3 by 4 hours. So 6 hours, and 3 by 4 means 45 minutes. Okay, so your result is 6 hours 45 minutes. So option C will be the right answer. Okay, now next question. Two person P and Q enter into business. P put 14,000 more than Q, but P has invested for 8 months and Q has invested for 10 months. If P share is 400 more than Q share out of a total profit of 2,000, what is the capital? What is the capital contributed by P? Okay, so how much P has invested, we don't know exactly, but for how month? 8 months. Okay, and how much capital Q has invested, we don't know, but for how month? 10 months. And this is the ratio of their profit sharing. So what will be the ratio of their profit sharing? Now P's total profit was 2,000. Okay, total profit was 2,000. Out of this, P and Q, P get 400 more than Q. So how much P would be getting? How much P would be getting? So just subtract 400 from 200, 2,000. You will get 1,600. Out of these 1,600, both will be getting equal amount. So 800 plus 800. Okay, but P is getting 400 more, so P will be getting 1,200 and Q will be getting 800. So this is their ratio of profit. So ratio of profit is 1,200 divided by 800, right? Now you can simplify it. Double zero will be cancelled out by double zero. 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12. Now P by Q will be 30 divided by 16, that is 15 divided by 8. Okay, and what is their difference? Difference is 7, and value of 7 is 14,000. So what will be the value of 1 unit? 2000. Okay, 2000. Right. So what you have to find out? You have to find out capital invested by P. So the value of 1 unit is 2000. So value of 15 unit will be 30,000. So option A will be the right answer. Right. So this was, every question was very simple. Almost this year's paper was very moderate. Okay. Now the next question. 2 triple 2 पे power triple 3 plus triple 3 पे power triple 2 please division by each of the following. So 2 to the 2 to the power 3 plus 3 to the power 2. Okay. So how many numbers are there? 2, 3 and 37. 2, 3 and 37. 2, 3 and 37. So first of all, can you see, can you tell me which number can divide? Is this given number is divisible by 2? So we can see here this number is divisible by 2, but this number is not divisible by 2. This number is not divisible by 2. Can you say this number is divisible by 3? 3. So any number 2, 2, 2, the sum of digits of this number is 6. If sum of digit is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. So this is not divisible by 2. This is divisible by 3 and this is also divisible by 3. But what about 37? If you see here 2, 2, 2, if you take 2 common, 2 into triple 1, and triple 1 means 3 into 37. So this number is divisible by 37. The first number is divisible by 37. Again, if you see triple 3 means 3 into 1, 3 into 37. Okay. So now again this number is also divisible by 37. Okay. So this, the given set of numbers is divisible by 3 as well as 37, but not divisible by, so but not divisible by 2. So only one option, only option B is correct answer, but not divisible by 2. So B is the right answer. Okay. Now next question. What percentage of water must be mixed with honey so as to gain 20% by selling the mixture at the cost price? So suppose you CP of honey is 100%. Okay, 100%, and you are selling honey after mixing water. So SP of honey, SP of honey, SP of honey, you are selling the mixture at the cost price of honey. You are also selling at 100%. But even though you are getting 20% of profit, so 20% profit is due to water. Okay. So how much profit you will get? You will get 20% profit. Now you can understand this question in another way. What is total SP? If you are buying this pen by 100 rupees and you are getting 20% profit, it means your SP selling price will be 120. Okay, selling price will be 120. To total SP is 120%. Out of this 120%, you are selling the mixture at cost price of honey. Out of this 120%, 100% will be SP of honey and 20% will be SP of water. So, so you will get here 20% profit. Okay, it means you are selling water also, and here profit is only because of water. Okay, so how much percentage water you mix here? 20%, right? So option A will be the right answer. Now, a can X contain 399 liter of what petrol, and can Y contain 532 liter of diesel. They are to be bottle of equal size. They are bottled in the bottles of equal size, so that the whole petrol and diesel would be separately bottled. The bottle capacity in terms of liter is an integer. How many different bottle sizes are possible? Here, this question belongs from HCF. Okay. So here, to get your required answer, you have to find HCF of these numbers. So best method of finding HCF is just take difference of these numbers. If you take difference of this number, you will get 3, 3 and 1, 133. So first, the size of the first type of size of these bottles is 133 liter. Now this 339 will be divisible by 133, and 532 will also be divisible by 133 by 4 times, and this will go by 3 times. Now if these two number is divisible by 133, then the same these two number will be also divisible by factor of 133, that is 19 and 7. Okay, 19 and 7. So second type of bottle size is 19 liter, and third type of bottle size is 7 liter. Also you can have a bottle of 1 liter also. Okay, you can also have a bottle of 1 liter also. So how many total type of different size of bottles are there? 4 types. So your answer will be 4. So option B will be the right answer. Okay, option B will be the right answer. Okay, now let's go. On January 1st, 2023, a person saved 1 rupees. On second, he saved 2 rupees, and on 2 rupees more than the previous day. And on 3rd January, he saved 2 rupees more than that of the previous day, and so on. At the end of which day was his total saving a perfect square as well as a perfect cube? Okay. So first day he is saving 1 rupees, second day 3 rupees, then 2 rupees more, then again 2 rupees more, then again 2 rupees more, and so on. Okay, and so on. So now we have to find out at the end of this date, his total saving was a perfect square and perfect cube. Perfect square and perfect cube. So suppose which number is perfect, which is smallest number is perfect square as well as perfect cube. So 64. 64 is the number which is perfect square, and also a perfect cube. This is 64 is the smallest number of this kind. Okay, so total value will be 64. Total value will be 64, and these are the odd numbers. So what is sum of first consecutive odd number? So sum is n square, and value of n square will be 64. So value of n will be 8. So 8 gem. So your answer will be option B. So B will be the right answer. Okay. So also you can see here uh, 2 square. This is 4. 3 square, this is 2q, this is 8, 3q, this is 27, 4q, this is 64. Okay, this is 64. 5q, this is 125. Okay, so now 4 square, this is 16, 5 square 25, then 6 square 36, then 7 square 49, then 8 square 64. So smallest value which is square also and which is cube, perfect cube also, is 64. Okay, so now your answer is B. You can also go through this process also after checking. Okay, now the next question. What is the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the clock shows 4:25? So here time is 4:25. Okay, 4:25 o'clock. So here we can suppose what is the position of our hand at 4 o'clock? What is position of our hand? What is position of our hand at 4 o'clock? At 4. And what is position of minute hand at 25 minutes? It will be at 5. So to get position of minute hand, you have to divide this given minute by 5. Okay, so you will get 5 also. Now 4 minus 5, you will get -1, means 1 hour difference is there between minute hand and hour hand. What is angular distance in 1 hour? Is 30 degree. So result is they are away from each other 30 degree. But here you are getting negative sign. So what you have to do, you know, the hour hand will move in 1 minute. In 1 minute, our hand moves half degree forward. Okay, so in 25 minutes, how much degree it has been moved? So 25 divided by 2, that is 12.5 degree. Okay, so so we have to just subtract the given value from 30 degree. So just subtract this value minus 12.5, you will get 17.5 degree. Okay, 17.5 degree. So your correct answer is 17.5. So option C will be the right answer. This question was from calendar. Okay, this question was from calendar, right? Now here, P salary is 20% lower than Q salary, which is 20% lower than R salary. By how much percentage R salary is more than Q salary? Now here P salary is 20% lower than Q salary. Okay, 20% lower. So 20% means 1 by 5, and here also 20% means 1 by 5. So here salaries of P being compared with salary of Q. Okay, so this will be Q salary, and here R salary, and here Q salary is 20% lower than R salary. So this will be salary of R. Okay, so here P by Q is equal to P salary is 20% lower. So if Q salary is 5, so P salary will be 4. So 4 by 5, and here then Q salary, which is 20% lower than R salary. So again Q by R, this will be 4 by 5, right? So here Q salary is 5 unit, here Q salary is 4 unit. So what you have to do, you have to just make equal Q salary everywhere. So for that you have to multiply this by 4 and this by 5. So you will get P Q and R salary. So P salary will be 16, Q salary will be 20, and R salary will be 25. So what you have to find out, by how much percentage R salary is more than P salary. R salaries is more than P salary. So R salaries is 9 unit more than the P salary. So 9 by 60. Okay, and what you have to do, just multiply it by 100, you will get your required answer. But here 16 minus 1 minus 7 by 16, 1 minus 7 by 16, you can also calculate. So 100 minus 7 by 16. So 1 by 16, 1 by 16 means 6.25. Okay, and if you multiply this by 7, 7 5 ja 35, 7 2 ja 14, 3 17, and 7 6 ja 42 plus 43. So 43.75. 43.75. Now you can subtract. If you subtract this, you will get 0.25. Okay, 0.25, 96, and 95. So 56.25. So your answer is 56.25%. So option B will be the right answer. Okay. तो चलिए फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए नमस्कार। अगर आप हमारे वीडियो को पहली बार देख रहे हैं और अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल और अपने दोस्तों में शेयर करना मत भूलिए। थैंक यू सो मच।